Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea, especially for anyone who's going through a tough time. It's all about finding strength, not by pushing harder, but by learning how to just be in God's presence. And it really all starts with one question. And I want to ask you this directly. Are you just tired? Worn out from trying to juggle everything, to fix everything, to handle it all by yourself? If you're not in your head right now, then yeah, you're in the right place. So let's start with something I think we all get, the private struggle. We need to just take a second and acknowledge the real weight, the heavy stuff that so many of us carry around every single day, usually where no one else can see it. You know that feeling, right? That feeling of being completely alone in your own head, trying to be your own savior, trying to rescue yourself from your own problems. It's so isolating, it's like you're stranded and the pressure just doesn't stop. Man, is it exhausting? Someone once called it a private struggle or a season of brokenness. And hearing that, it just hits home, doesn't it? It kind of gives a name to the feeling. And it reminds you, hey, this is a real thing. And you are definitely not the only one who has ever felt this way. Okay, but here's the turning point. This is where things can really start to change. Once we've acknowledged that struggle, an invitation shows up, an invitation to change. And you know what? It all kicks off with one simple choice. And this invitation, it's so simple but so powerful. It's basically 3 steps. First, you get up. That's you making a choice, deciding you're not going to sit in it anymore. Then, you look up. That means you deliberately shift your focus off the problem and onto God. And finally, you move. You just take one step into a new season, trusting that a different way forward is actually possible. And when you take those steps, you start to find something absolutely foundational, spiritual security. Now, this isn't about your life suddenly becoming perfect, not at all. It's about having a solid place to stand, a promise that holds you up no matter what's going on around you. So what even is spiritual security? Well, think of it like this. It's the state you're in when you make a conscious decision, deep in your heart, to trust in Jesus. It's not a feeling you have to manufacture. It's a choice. It's deciding where you're going to put your trust, especially in those moments when you feel like you have nothing left. This leads us to something that is, well, it's a total game changer, the power of your thoughts. Because so often, the real battle isn't out there, it's right between our ears. The way you think, your internal mindset, literally shapes the world you experience. Just listen to this for a second. Your life cannot become any bigger than your thoughts. Wow. Let that sink in. If your thoughts are small, worried, and focused on defeat, guess what? Your life is going to feel exactly the same. But if you can start to think bigger thoughts, thoughts of faith and possibility, you literally open up your life to expand. So the big question is how? How do we get those bigger thoughts? And this is where it all comes together. The practical, step-by-step way forward is all about this one idea: abiding in the presence. And really, this is the secret sauce. The whole thing boils down to focusing on and abiding in the presence of the Lord. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just intentionally turning your mind back to Him over and over all throughout your day. It's choosing where your mind lives. And when you do that, you are actively choosing the thoughts that will build the framework for your entire life. So, as we wrap up, let's just look back at what we've covered. First, know that your private struggles, they are real. And they are seen. You're not invisible. But there's always an open invitation to change your perspective, to get up and look up. And when you do, you can find this incredible foundation called spiritual security. And the key that unlocks it all, remembering that your thoughts have the absolute power to define your life. And so that's what I want to leave you with. It's a challenge, really. It's not about what happens to you, but how you choose to think about it. If your life cannot be bigger than your thoughts, what thoughts are you going to choose today to build your future on?